सबको नमस्ते। तो आज कबीर जी के कुछ शब्दों पे फिर से विचार करेंगे। तन को जोगी सब करें, मन को विरला कोय, सहजे सब विधि पाइए, जो मन जोगी होए। तो कबीर जी कह रहे हैं कि तन को तन से डी आइडेंटिफाई करना, तन अपने आप को तन ना समझना, बॉडी ना समझना, तन को उसके हाल पे छोड़ देना। ऐसा तो काफ़ी योगी करते हैं जो एसेटिक्स हैं। फॉर एग्जाम्पल वी हैव हर्ड ऑफ सो मेनी एसेटिक्स जो कि ऋषि मुनि जो उनके शरीर पे कुछ भी होता रहा लेकिन उनको फर्क नहीं पड़ा, क्योंकि वो डिटैच हो गए थे अपने शरीर से उन्होंने अपने आप को डी आइडेंटिफाई कर लिया कि मैं शरीर नहीं हूं। तो कबीर कह रहे हैं कि तन का जोग बड़ा सरल है, इतना आसान नहीं, इतना मुश्किल नहीं है, परंतु मन का जोग सबसे कठिन है। तन को जोगी सब करें, मन को विरला कोय, क्योंकि मन बहुत सूक्ष्म है, विचार सूक्ष्म है, दिखते नहीं है। तो आप जंगल में जाएं, हम वी कैन गो इनटू अ फॉरेस्ट, येट आवर माइंड विल कीप ऑन ट्रबलिंग एंड बॉदरिंग if we are not disidentified from the mind. So how to disidentify and what is the need to disidentify? Usually if we see whenever a thought comes or an impulsion comes into my being, I am that impulsion, I am that thought, as if there is no distance between me and thought. और देखने में बड़ा विरोधाभासी लगेगा, पैराडॉक्सिकल लगेगा कि जब हम when we begin to observe all the movements of our being, we are actually drawing back or disidentifying from all those movements. तो कहने में ऐसा लगेगा कि मन का जोग करना ऐसा कुछ है कि सेल्फ कंट्रोल करना है, अपने ऊपर संयम रखना है, नियंत्रण रखना है। और अगर हम अलाउंस की बात करें, दैट ऑल द मूवमेंट्स आर अलाउड, वी जस्ट हैव टू ऑब्जर्व ऑल द मूवमेंट्स कम एंड गो। ये दोनों आपस में बहुत विरोधाभासी लग सकते हैं ऊपर ऊपर से, दे कैन लुक वेरी वेरी पैराडॉक्सिकल, बट इफ वी लुक डीपली इनटू द प्रोसेस, the moment I become an allowing space for all the movements of my being, the moment I become a witness to my thoughts, to my feelings in the being, to my sensations, I am creating a space between those movements and myself, as if I am saying to myself, yes, the movements are there, but I am something beyond those movements. So I can be at a distance from them, and they are all allowed, kind of a non-judgmental space. And then even no control is needed, because here I see that because I am not judging them as right or wrong, what in me would want to control? As if, imagine that an ocean is there and the waves are coming and going, and the ocean knows its magnanimity. So it is not fighting with the wave, how dare you come here. It's not fighting with some of the waves that you are allowed and you are not allowed. It's not saying that, because for the ocean it doesn't matter. The waves can come and go as they please. So when we become this allowing space, this observing space, and kind of relax deeply in our being, that yes, all these thoughts are my thoughts, yet I am not them, I am beyond them, they are happening in the vast space that I am, yet I am more than those thoughts, I am more than my labels, I am more than my identities, I am more than my impulsions. I don't have to follow them, or vice versa. I don't need to be there. Sometimes I follow them and I see that, and sometimes I am able not to follow them, and that's also okay, because I am not those impulsions. So even when I go to a forest, I see that I carry this mind space with me. This mind space is with me all the time. I cannot run away from it. And is there any need to run away? In the middle of the marketplace, can I just be a witness, a vast allowing space to these movements? And then I see that I begin to create a space between those movements and myself. And those movements are also a part of myself. Yet it is just a part, it's like not the whole of me. It may or may not disturb me. The ocean is not disturbed by the waves. The waves are a play of the ocean. What is an ocean if not for the waves? What is an ocean? It will be a dead thing if not for the waves. So the waves are the ones which make an ocean alive. And yet, each wave is an ocean in itself. Each thought, each feeling, if I go to the depth of it, we connect to the vastness within. There is nothing wrong with any thing that is emerging in this vast space called me. So Kabir is saying that can we allow this disidentification to happen, because when we are too identified with our thought feeling, saying that this is me, oh my God, I have done so bad, all these identifications that we create on ourselves, the burden that we put on ourselves. The moment I become a witnessing observer to that movement of my being, I see that maybe it doesn't need to bother me that much. Then this probability arises that maybe it's okay that it's there, and I can just enjoy the dance, enjoy the movement, and kind of bow down to the mystery that life is. Not saying that I know all the movements in my being, and not saying that yes, I understand what mystery the life is, because when it's anyway a mystery, it means that there is much always more to it than we can ever fathom. So using these words of Kabir, tan ko jogi sab kare, man ko virla koe. Only a rare one can become disidentified from the thoughts. Knowing thoughts are there, yet I am something beyond the thoughts. Sahaje sab vidhi paiye jo man jogi hoye. The moment I am able to disidentify from the movements of my being, from my subtle movements, I see the way emerges. The way is right here. The way is always right here. It is never too far away anywhere. I don't have to do any particular, follow a process for a long time to know what is my way, although we do that, and that is also allowed. Yet if I can tune within my being and allow myself to be a vast space and witness all the movements, I see that the way, if I am seeking, either the seeking dissolves or the way emerges. So the way is right here, the right action is right here with me in the depths of my being. Can I tune in? Can I not get too deluded by the appearances of thoughts and feelings? Can I just allow them to be and to go to their depths? I see that yes, the way is right here. If I want to take an action, it emerges right away. And then I begin to trust my deeper intelligence, which is always available to each one of us. We don't have to go out anywhere to tune into that deeper intelligence. So this is just an exploration on these two lines of Kabirji. I'm sure there is much more to it than only this. Yet this is just an offering for those of us who would like to further contemplate on it. Thank you.